When it comes to your client journey, team management actually is a big thing. Because if your team doesn't run smooth, your client is going to know and it's going to hear about it. And it's just going to be a mess. You don't want to look like a mess to them, do you? So by the end of this video, you're going to have an idea of how to manage your team to look like a freaking badass to your clients and have your client journey be nice and smooth. Before we dive into your team management when it comes to your client experience and their journey, if you're new here, I'm Yvonne Hyman with Ask Evie, and I am a business efficiency consultant for digital entrepreneurs, and I help you automate your business so you can dominate your industry. So let's dive into team management. When you are growing past just a solopreneur and you're starting to work with VAs or even bigger teams, there's no end here. You'll be able to grow with the system like there's no tomorrow. It comes down to a lot of communication, systems, workflows, all the things, because your team can't read your mind. And you do not want to get caught up in this. Did you do this? Did you do that? Do we still have to do that? You never want to get into that situation, because sooner or later you're going to miss a client deadline and you're going to be in trouble. If you're really ready to dive into team management, comment below and tell me, I'm ready. And we're going to go right ahead and do that. So where do we start? You need to figure out your communication. So for us internally, regular blog chat, this is what's going on, conversation is happening in Slack. I did not want that in our project management system because at this point it's just too much. Only specific task-related conversation is happening in our project management system. And then you want to set up something like ClickUp, which you, if you've been around, know is my favorite. Want to set up ClickUp with templates. We've talked before your client onboarding and the steps and the phases your client is going through. And that's exactly what we're going to fall back on now. And we're going to take that off our piece of paper where we wrote that. And we're going to put them into ClickUp as those separate steps. And you then can assign them to your team or not, set due dates, set expectations, cross-link your client folders that we talked about. Have you set them up in Google Drive yet? You can link all of your assets, you can embed things, and everything is going to be happening there with a project management system, setting those due dates, assigning those tasks. Your life is going to be easier because you don't have to tell everybody constantly what they are supposed to do. They're going to know what they need to do. Deadlines are going to be met, and you're going to know exactly in which phase that project is in right now. On the other hand, as a social media manager, you are working with a lot of graphics, a lot of continuous layouts and templates and all of that. You want to make sure you use a tool like Easel. Again, if you've been around, you know they're one of my favorites. Go into your Easel account, set up a team, a brand it's called in there, for each of your clients. Get those templates ready, get them saved as a template, share them with your team, and that way you're always going to be sure that the fonts are the right ones to the client colors are the same. In your client onboarding process, did you ask for their custom brand and colors and logos? Don't forget about that. You can set up the brand with all of those brand assets. You set up the templates, and with that, it's going to be so easy building those graphics ongoing each month, making sure they look like they are supposed to look like, and they are on brand. And on the next step, scheduling. In a past video, and I'm going to link that right here. Let's hope I have the right site. Which way is it going to be? You'll find it. I'll link it right there with your scheduling As you know, I love a go-up holds like there is no tomorrow because you can even bring your clients in. Automating your social media scheduling for your clients is an amazing time saver, and a go-up holds allows you to draft all of the posts in there, send them for approval. So your VA can send them to you for approval. You can send them to the client for approval. The VA can send them to the client for approval. However, whatever, you have a complete workflow for social media scheduling in a go-up holds. You don't need any other tool in there. It's going to make your life so much easier. Now, don't forget, if you're new here, to subscribe and hit the bell, because next week we're going to talk about project management. We're going to deep dive into your customer experience when it comes to those projects. What do you have to do? What do you need to set up? Google Drive. We've mentioned that a couple of times. So make sure, hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What did you think about the video? If you have anybody that's struggling with their client onboarding right now, share this video with them and make their life easier. I'll see you next week.